BlackRock, a financial powerhouse founded by Larry Fink in 1988, began with the modest goal of assisting companies in managing their investments and risks. Fast forward, and it has grown into the world's largest asset manager with a staggering $9 trillion under its stewardship. What makes BlackRock particularly intriguing is its pervasive presence across a myriad of industries, including media, technology, and even airlines, all while maintaining an aura of discretion. Watch this video till the end because it contains some astonishing surprises that will leave you amazed. Now that we have a glimpse of their early history, what are the key developments that made BlackRock not only a financial powerhouse but a force that extends its reach across various sectors? Stay with us to uncover the secrets of this titan of our world. The birth of BlackRock in 1988. Larry Fink, along with his colleagues, set up BlackRock with a mission to help companies manage their investments and risks. This came after Fink's own painful experience of losing a lot of money. Their focus was on good risk management and responsible financial practices. The secret titan of our world back in 1988. Larry Fink and his team started a company called BlackRock. Their goal, to assist big companies in handling their money and risks. Larry's own tough time, where he lost a ton of money, inspired him to create a company that would do things right. In the beginning, they got some help from a guy named Pete Peterson from Blackstone Group. BlackRock started as a part of Blackstone and was called Blackstone Financial Management at first. In exchange for a 50% share in their bond business, Blackstone gave Larry and his team a $5 million credit line. Pretty quickly, the company started making money. By 1989, they had $2.7 billion in assets. And that was just the start of BlackRock's amazing journey. They've become the biggest asset manager in the world. With over $9 trillion in assets, that's a lot of money. And to think that all began with Larry Fink's idea and a $5 million loan. Oh, and by the way, in 1992, they changed their name to BlackRock, and by the end of that year, they were managing $17 billion. A couple of years later, they were handling $53 billion, and Larry Fink became the big boss as chairman and CEO. The giant impact of BlackRock. Okay, so back in 1999, BlackRock went public, which means they started selling shares of their company to the public. At that time, each share was worth $14, and they were on the New York Stock Exchange. By the end of that year, they were handling a whopping $165 billion in assets. Now, BlackRock didn't just grow by itself. They expanded in two ways: by growing from within, kind of like a plant growing naturally, and by buying from other companies. In 2004, they made a big move by buying a company called State Street Research and Management's holding company. They paid $325 million in cash and $50 million in stock. That was just the beginning of their growth. Now, you know those big companies that make the stuff we eat, drink, wear, and use every day. Well, many times, they own a bunch of smaller brands, too, like a set of Russian nesting dolls. So, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Nestle, and others own lots of familiar food and drink brands. It's like they control the whole food industry because most of the food you see in stores belongs to one of these big parent companies. What's interesting is that the people who own a lot of shares in these parent companies also have a big say in how they are run. When you look at who owns the most shares, two companies keep popping up: the Vanguard Group Inc. and BlackRock Inc. They are like another layer of control in the world of big business. But wait, it doesn't stop there. BlackRock's influence isn't just about food. When you're planning a family vacation and checking out flights, hotels, and all that good stuff online, you probably use websites like Skyscanner and Booking.com. BlackRock owns Surprise, and both of these websites. Now that we've touched on BlackRock's financial contributions during economic crises, how do their actions during these times affect our financial systems and the world economy? We'll explore this in our next section. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications to stay updated with all our latest videos. And if you fly with other companies, there's a good chance BlackRock is involved because they own part of big plane makers like Boeing and Airbus. But it doesn't stop with planes. If you leave a hotel review on TripAdvisor, you're dealing with a company that BlackRock has a stake in. BlackRock's influence goes even further. The fuel that makes planes go and the steel used to build them might come from companies connected to BlackRock. They are all over the place in industries like farming, clothes, solar panels, medicine, and even the places you shop. From the local store to Amazon, if you use a credit card or any digital payment, you might indirectly support BlackRock. In fact, they're into insurance, banks, construction, phones, restaurants, makeup, and so much more. You'll find BlackRock as one of the top dogs in pretty much any big company. They're so massive that they can affect policies and decisions almost like a fourth branch of government. Sometimes, they even lend money to the central bank and the Federal Reserve during tough times, like in the 2008 financial crisis. BlackRock's quiet world dominance. Remember when the COVID-19 pandemic shook up the economy? Well, the Federal Reserve turned to BlackRock once more to help fix things, especially in the bond market. The exact details of the deals, like how much BlackRock earned, weren't always clear, but you can bet it made them a lot of money. They bought a lot of things, like company bonds, after the 2008 financial crisis. Who do you think got to deal with that? BlackRock. So, they've become even more powerful, thanks to their work with the central bank. This all helped their boss, Larry Fink, get super rich. He's like a billionaire big shot, not just in the US, but all over the world. But here's the thing. Even though they are a big deal, you might not see them in the news a lot. That's because they like to keep a low profile. They are not just in the money business. They also own parts of media companies like Fox, CBS, and Comcast, which owns NBC, MSNBC, and Sky. And they've got a finger in the pie of tech giants like Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Twitter. Even Disney is on their radar. So, in the world of media, they kind of rule the roost. But they like to stay out of the spotlight, and that's how they work their magic in so many different industries. All this power and control come with some controversies. In 2020, BlackRock was the first foreign company to get into China's mutual fund game. That means they can invest in Chinese companies, even ones the US doesn't like. BlackRock owns a ton of stuff, like media, banks, online stores, and more. This means they probably know a lot about us, our money, what we like, and what we don't. They might even know more than those TikTok folks. As they invest more in China, China gets more powerful, and that could put our info at risk. If BlackRock keeps growing, we may end up in a world where companies have more say than governments. Things like voting and free speech could become less important compared to what these big businesses decide. Getting out of this situation is a big, tough challenge. It needs all of us regular folks, communities, and governments to work together and find a solution. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, click the like and the bell buttons. We'll have another video for you soon. Take care until then.